Our next appointment here is a generator, so just gonna give them a call to confirm everything still works for them on their end. Looks like Jenna is the customer.
Hello.
Hey Jenna, how you doing? This is Jason with RCL Mechanical reaching out. How are you today?
Good. How are you, Jason?
Very good, very good. I just wanted to give you a call, just let you know, I know we have an appointment today, this afternoon from 12 to 2. Just wanted to give you a heads up and let you know that I'm gonna be en route, and my arrival time is about 11:55, 12 o'clock, almost right on the money. So just wanted to give you a call, confirm the appointment still works for you to take a look at your installing a new generator at your home.
Yes, that sounds great.
Perfect.
I will be here, and I look forward to talking with you.
Very good. And is there any particular place you'd like me to park when I get there?
You can park wherever.
Okay.
Anywhere's good.
Driveway's fine?
Driveway is great.
Okay, perfect. And can I get you a coffee or anything while I'm on my way?
I am all set. Thank you so much, though. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, you're very welcome. All right, well, I look forward to seeing and meeting you soon, and I'll see you probably in about 20 minutes. Get all my things, get situated here. One of the most important things when you're walking into a customer's house, make sure you got your booties. You don't want to be tracking anything in there.
Hello.
Hey, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good, I'm Jason.
I'm Jenna. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, thanks for having me out.
Come on in.
I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. So I appreciate you having me out today. I understand I'm out here to take a look at installing a whole home generator for you.
Yes, and if we could maybe touch base on maybe a furnace too. Ours is kind of acting up, so
Oh,
maybe
okay.
you could kind of fill me in. I don't know much about
Yeah,
it, but
definitely. Yeah, we can take a look at that, and I could see
Not
what's
that I
going on
know
there.
much.
Yeah. No, I just want to put these on here so I don't track anything in. Try to keep it
Awesome.
clean.
Thank you so much.
No, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Is there a place we can kind of sit down and just kind of go
Yeah,
over?
do you want to come on to the kitchen?
Yeah, perfect, perfect.
Wherever you feel comfortable, you can sit.
Awesome. Perfect.
Can I actually interest you in like a water or a seltzer or something?
Oh, you know what? I would love
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I'll take
know
just
you're
the
on the
regular
road a
water.
lot, so-
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
Beautiful kitchen you have here.
Thank you.
So much. Yeah, this is nice. I used to install cabinets, so I really do appreciate with the hood insert here.
So you got a
I
good
like
eye
that.
for the kitchen.
I do, yeah. No, this is a nice little layout you got going.
Thank you.
And appliances too. I have KitchenAid at my house too.
I like them. I feel
no,
like so
and-
far so good.
Yeah, exactly.
It's nice to have a nice kitchen.
Yeah, it is. Especially if you like cooking.
I'm getting better at it.
You are, yeah. I like cooking. I'm gonna take my jacket off if you don't mind.
Of course.
So yeah, I know you mentioned the furnace, but let's talk a little bit more just about the generator. So have you guys had issues with like power failure? Is that why you're more interested in that?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago there's that really bad windstorm and I was home and lost power and I have a baby, so I was like, oh, I really think we should like look into getting a generator and kind of just having it, God forbid something happens. It's
Yep.
just nice to have.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Yeah. So yeah, no, they're really great to have. Especially, you know, we can hook it right up to the natural gas here. So you have the natural gas
Yep.
meter outside, which is nice. You don't have to worry about propane tanks, that kind of thing. But yeah, definitely when you have kids, it's definitely a lot less nerve-wracking when you have a storm going on outside, and even if you do lose power, you know, you're not gonna miss a beat. And you know, you're gonna have heat and everything.
Which is like, it's just reassuring, definitely.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And I find a lot of people are doing them nowadays, just to kind of get ahead of that. You know, nobody likes losing power. I know, you know, when I was a kid, it was always like, oh, get the candles out, you
Yeah.
know. And we'd play board games until the power came back on.
And of
But
course I didn't have matches or a lighter when we lost power, so I was like scrambling.
just, you know, hoping your phone isn't on
Yeah.
5%,
We
you
were
know.
hanging by this natural light over here. I'm like, all right, hopefully
Yep.
it gets on before it gets dark.
That's funny. All right, so yeah, so I mean, realistically, I'm gonna ask you some questions here.
Yep.
So just kind of like a questionnaire to figure out exactly what we're gonna be covering as far as in the whole house. So it sounds like you want to cover the whole house, not just
Yeah,
certain
for the
things,
most
right?
part.
Yeah, so so I know it's a newer home, so do you guys have a sub pump or anything like that downstairs?
We don't.
Okay, and you guys are not on well water, correct? You're on town water?
Town water.
Perfect, perfect. And then I assume you probably have a natural gas furnace down there?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And you have central air tied to that as well?
We do.
Air conditioning? Perfect. And then I see you have a refrigerator here and the two small ones. Is
Yes.
there any more than that?
Nope, that's
Okay.
it.
All right. And then any chest freezers or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Let's see here. So we have the electric stove. Everything else is gas here, and then the dishwasher. And there's only one dish. There's no other kitchens hiding somewhere else, right?
No other.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. And then just one microwave as well.
Yeah, just the microwave.
Yep. Okay, perfect. And then you have 2 garage doors, I saw, correct?
Yep.
As far as the dryer, do you know if it's gas or electric?
That I'm not sure of. Maybe
Okay.
you can take a peek at it.
Yeah, I'll take a quick peek at that. I'll be able to determine that for you, no problem. Any pools or hot tubs in the future that you plan on installing or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay, perfect. And that just kind of helps me, hone in on the best sizing for your property. So I do want to take a little bit walk around. So I do want to kind of take a look outside, see where the best place to probably put this thing is.
Yeah.
Outside, you don't
That
really
makes
want it
sense.
in your way as far as where you typically hang out
Yeah.
out there. We want to kind of try to get it closer to the gas meter too, just so we don't have to run a really long gas line.
I think it's on that side of the house, so I can take you out there after.
Perfect.
And
Yeah.
we can kind
Yeah.
of,
Yeah. It'd be great if you could come out with me, just so
Yeah.
we can kind of get, both be on the same page.
I don't really
with where
know.
we're
I don't
looking to
know
put
much,
it.
so you would have a better eye on it than me.
For sure, for sure. I do want to take a look downstairs, just at the electric panel and everything, just make sure everything's intact with that. And then while I'm down there, we can also take a look at your furnace. So you said that's been acting up a little bit as well?
Yeah, it's just been like weird. I figured while you were here, you could maybe just take a peek at it.
Yeah, I'll take a look. And
Give me a direction on where I should go.
Sure, sure. And has it been creating heat for you since you started
Yeah.
turning it on? I know we're in the end of December
And that's
here.
what I
so-
wasn't sure if it was just like been so cold and like that's why. So I'm not sure if you could just maybe take a look at it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can definitely take a peek at that. If I see fit, or if you are having some issues, we might be better off getting a technician out here at some point just to
Okay.
take a look at it. But I can definitely take a look and see what I can see and price out like a new system, replacement system, just so you can get an idea of what that would cost.
That sounds good.
And we can take a look at all that information. So
That's what I was kind of thinking, to see if I could get a ballpark on how much.
it's always
it
good to
would
know,
be.
when
Yeah,
it does go, how much that hit's gonna hurt.
Definitely.
And we do have like payment plans that we can go over
Oh,
too
that's
for
good to
certain
know.
things.
I wasn't
Yeah.
sure about that.
Not just for the generator, but for the furnace too. If you wanted to wrap it all into one. I know you're here, so you mentioned you have a husband. Is he at work right now? Or?
Yeah, he's at work.
Okay. Is he planning on coming by at all during? Or is he gonna be?
He's a little bit tied up, so I don't know if he will be able to get here. But
Okay,
maybe we
that's
could, once you get the quote back or something, he could give you a call or
Yeah,
vice
yeah,
versa.
perfect. Yeah, I always try to like just touch base with everybody while I'm here. So
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we can try and give him a call in a little
Definitely.
bit once we get all the information together.
Yeah.
And I can just answer any questions he might have right off the bat. But yeah, perfect. So let's go ahead and take a look down in the basement, and I'll take a quick look at your dryer too. Is
Yes.
that up here on this
That's
floor?
right where the bathroom is, so I can show
All right,
you. where
perfect. Yeah,
that
I'll
is.
take a
Yep.
peek in there just to confirm what that's fueled by, and then we'll take a look at everything downstairs and get all that information.
Sounds
And
good.
then we'll put our jackets on and take a walk outside to see where the best placement for this thing is.
Perfect.
All right, perfect. All right, so yeah. Just,
So the dryer, wash and dryer is just straight ahead.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll just wanna grab
Sorry,
this
tight
stuff.
quarters over here.
No, you're good. You're good. Just want to make sure I have everything I need when we go downstairs.
And so it's gonna be right to your right,
Oh, perfect.
and then the lights are right here. Sorry.
No,
Disregard
you're good.
the laundry basket. for
No
that.
problem. All right, so it's easy to tell. You know why? You get an electric plug right here.
Just my big laundry baskets are covering
Sorry.
it.
Yeah. So it is electric. So
Perfect.
you're not natural gas, so that's good to know because
No,
that's
that
gonna
is
make a
good to
difference.
know.
Yeah. Downstairs, is that this door right here?
Yes, where that wreath is.
Okay,
It's right
perfect.
here. Yep, that's gonna say the light. And then it's gonna be right to our right.
Yeah, everything looks pretty up to date here, so this shouldn't be any issues as far as tying into this. The question is though, is this a utility? Like, what's going on in here? Is this
This
closet?
is just a closet, but
Okay.
there's
Do you have like a utility room down here with a?
that like just like that. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, well, I know. Yeah, so that's the furnace. I'm just trying to look for a good spot to put the generator portion that's going to tie to the panel. Would you be okay with it?
You can open that. It just.
Oh, I was like, these things are locked. Did you just pull them?
So it's just kind of full,
yeah,
but-
so, I mean, I'll talk to my electrician about it too, and I'll take some pictures of this area here, just to kind of figure out where the best spot, because you're not going to want it out in the open, with the finished area down here. We can definitely try and get it into that unfinished little area where the furnace is. There is an open wall space
Would
there.
this be the best spot though? I mean, obviously there's stuff. in here
I
now,
mean, the thing is, every time I've put these in, it's always in the basement and the panel's kind of on its own and you can kind of put it right next to the panel. Little different here. And then is this the garage here?
Yeah.
Because he might even say, oh, we can put it in the garage and then just run the wires up and over.
Do you want to take a look at the garage?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna, if you don't mind, if I just take some pictures down here. It might be,
like how big of a space do you need?
It's not that big of a space. It's just the unit.
It needs to go on the wall.
It needs to go on the wall somewhere. The unit's usually around, this big, and that's kind of what the generator ties into, and then that's going to feed your panel. So it's got to get wired into the panel, which is why getting it closer to the panel is a good idea. The electrical wire, as far as where it's going to be outside, we can run that as needed. And we'll determine where that's going to go once we take a walk outside. But I just want to find the best location to put that. And again, I'll consult with my electrician on it too. He'll definitely have some insight. But because you have the stairwell going up right here, it might be easier to tie it in either over here, kind of where the shelves are, where you might want to move those. But we could also try and tie it in where the furnace is too, which I'll take a look at.
Wherever you guys think. I feel like I don't know enough about it to
and I'm not telling you, to make a decision for me. I'm just kind of letting you know what the possibilities are, so we can.
It's good that we have options. Oop,
right,
here,
sorry. No, you're good, you're good. I just want to take a picture of this here, just so we know this wall. Got the stairwell right here, and then the place that I'm thinking of putting it in where the furnace is.
Yep, you can open
and actually I'm gonna take a quick picture in here if you don't mind too, just because he might want to put it, right in this closet here. Would you mind it being in this closet if it had to be?
I just am using it for storage right
now,
just because it's like...
Yeah, it would probably be somewhere on this wall. I mean, realistically, it's probably gonna be over in where the furnace is.
Because we wouldn't want to put it on this wall, right?
Unless you wanted it on that wall.
But it'd be like out, right? Which we don't really.
Yeah, it'd be exposed, which.
It's nice.
I would. I mean, I don't know what you plan to do with this room in the future, but.
Yeah.
If your husband wants to turn into a little man town of some sort,
then
it's just
like out
another
in the
thing in the way,
I know.
There's a big, good open space right inside here that we can, potentially put it in, which I think would work well. And I see this is the furnace.
Yes.
And you said it's been working, but it's just not working as well as it did last year?
Yeah.
It seems? Okay.
Yep.
So we can take a look. I can get all the information on it, and is it like upstairs works better than downstairs, or is there any...
so it's been a little bit colder upstairs compared to downstairs, and I don't know if that's like normal or...
Okay. We can take a look and see what's going on with that. Like I said, if it comes down to it, just before we go and replace the unit, you might want to get a technician out just to take a look at it and just make sure we're not missing anything. Just because the house is only a couple years old.
Yeah, I think that's what's weird about it. It's only...
Yeah, and it could have been an install issue too, which we could definitely rectify for you as far as like ducting goes.
I don't think we had RCL do it, so maybe that's why.
There you go. You never know, right? And you have a unit for down here. Is there a separate unit upstairs, do you know? Or is it all tied into this?
It might be in the attic.
There might be one in the attic. Yeah, because you could have two separate systems, which I'll take a look upstairs and see if there's one up in the attic.
Yep.
Sometimes when they have two floors, they'll have two separate ducted systems. Are your vents in the ceiling upstairs?
Yes.
Okay, so then you have a separate system in your attic then.
Okay.
So we'll take a look at that. It could be one's acting up. Sounds like the downstairs is fine, the upstairs colder. It might be the upstairs one that might be giving you the issues. Yeah. So the other reason I want to just check and get the information on this is we do have a membership. It's called our Total Home Care Club. So basically it's a great membership that a lot of our customers, I find that I sell new systems, will sign up for. What it does is it covers 2 systems a year. So in this case, it could be your furnace, the 2 furnaces, we can cover those, and basically we'll come out and maintain those right before heating season. We can also add the AC condensers on there too. It's basically $150 per system, but I can price that out accordingly for the setup here once I get all the information off everything.
That might be nice too, kind of upkeep with it.
Yep, and there's a lot of benefits that come with it too. It's not just the maintenance, so we'll come out and do the free maintenance on them. We'll clean the condensers outside. We'll check the furnaces, make sure they're firing on all cylinders and running the way they should be, and test them out for you. Change the filters.
For like when I need to, like, will you guys like remind me? Like,
that's right. Yeah. So yeah, you don't have to call us. You don't even have to think about it.
It's like you forget,
Yep. No, we always reach out to you to schedule those visits, and like I said, for the furnaces right before heating season when we do them, just to make sure you're going into heating season, with a fresh checkup. Same thing with the AC. Will come out right before cooling season starts.
That's nice. I feel like very convenient.
Yep. And so we try to come out twice a year. The other benefits you're going to get there too is you get first priority scheduling when you're a member with us. So if you ever have any issues,
nice.
Yep. we can always bump you up on the schedule if it's something that's pressing for you. You wouldn't pay a dispatch fee either. So it's normally a $99.
Do you guys usually have a dispatch fee?
For service, yes. So for an estimate like this, it doesn't cost anything. But if it's like a service tech coming out to do a service, say you're having issues, say you called up with the furnace and wanted a service tech to come out, it's normally a $99 dispatch fee. So you wouldn't pay $99, there's no dispatch fee at all. And then we also have 24/7 emergency service. So God forbid you ever, a pipe ever bursts or something like that, but you need somebody out here, in the wee hours of the night.
I wouldn't get charged for that either?
You would, but you wouldn't get the full charge. So if it's only $200 dispatch fee, you'd only pay $99. So you pay half the price. So, I mean, one service call, it could pay for itself because you're also gonna get discounts off of the service itself too. And so any future installs, if you're a member, any service that you have that we perform, you're gonna get 10% or up to $500 off. So, I mean, like I said, 95% of the customers I work with, will end up doing it because it's almost a no-brainer. It'll pay for itself, if you have one service call, and the cleanings alone are worth it, if you ask me. So that's kind of how our membership works, and you'll see a big description on that. I actually have a pamphlet I can give you too.
Oh, that'll be nice.
When we get upstairs.
And
he can kind of take a look at that, and I can talk to him about it when we give him a call a little later too. So, but yeah, let me just grab the pictures on this unit here. I'm just gonna have to go. I have to get in here and take the covers off just to get to the model numbers here. So yeah, we'll take a look upstairs. Thank you for showing me the basement there.
So the furnace is up. Well, the other furnace is gonna be upstairs.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take a look.
I'll show you where it is.
The attic. All right, and you're saying it gets colder in the baby's room?
Yeah, like upstairs, especially her room.
Okay. Have you had a tech out to look at this at all?
I don't think that we did. I don't think we have yet.
The only reason I asked is the cover's not on the furnace at the moment, so I'm just curious.
I think my husband went up there and took a peek at
he
it.
was tinkering around. No problem.
I think he was taking a peek.
And where, in respects to where I'm standing, where is the baby's room located?
So on your left. So her room's
this corner here.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the ducting looks okay. I can have it looked at by a second set of eyes. I'll just get my pictures up here and everything.
Okay.
And
so it's not
I'll
like
have
anything,
my
you don't
install.
see anything like off the top of
No,
your head.
yeah, I don't see anything jumping out at me as why it might be a little colder in there. The other thing it could be is insulation. Sometimes, like, if one wall isn't insulated properly, it might be an issue with that too. But
Which definitely could be.
so with that said, I'll get all my pictures up here. I'll pull the information off the furnace. I can definitely price out a replacement furnace for you.
Okay.
But the key thing is I just want to make sure that's the issue before we
Yeah,
go
no,
and replace it.
definitely.
Because if we replace this thing and you're having the same issue, I mean,
And so it's just like weird because it's a newer house. So like.
exactly, yeah.
So that's what, it's almost just like it doesn't add up. So I'm not sure what's going on.
Okay, yeah, and like I said, the next best move for the furnace might be just sending a technician out just to make sure that we're covering all our bases and we didn't miss anything, or at least I didn't miss anything. So yeah, we'll let me get my information up here and then I'll be right back down.
Sounds good.
Thank you. So yeah, I just want to get a picture of the thermostat.
Yep.
You have two up here, one's for the heat, one's for the AC, or is one just not working at the moment?
I always use this one, so I think that this is the one that we use.
Okay.
I think we just maybe didn't like the one to the right of it.
All right, so the next step is if you don't mind, we can take a walk outside just to take a look, see where the best location for the generator would be. I think you said the gas meter was right around the corner
right
here?
To the right over here.
Perfect.
It's a little hilly, but
It's all right.
we have the fence for the dogs. We might have to
Gotcha.
just kinda,
Okay, so this is your meter here, yep.
yeah. And then the air conditioning's
So-
down there. So I don't know if it like messes it up because it's a little bit on
Yeah, they'll, if we put it somewhere over here, I mean, it's nice because you got your meter right here. We could put it potentially, right here, but we would probably need to see how they kind of notched it out for the air
Yeah.
conditioners there, how they kind of made a flat spot for those to sit.
which makes sense.
It's going to be something similar.
Will it look funny there, do you think?
I mean, I don't know what the back of the house looks like either, but I mean, like I said, getting closer to the gas meter, would you want to see it right here? Would here be okay, or would you rather see it set back a little more? Yeah, I mean, if you don't mind it being right here, because we can definitely get our electrical run and trench that and everything. And then with this being right here next to the gas meter, we're only gonna have to trench a couple feet, yeah. You know, they run pretty quiet, but I don't know how, is the baby's room in this corner?
No, this would, like our room's right there.
Yeah, so that would probably be better too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you're good with this location, again, they might make a little bit of a flat spot for it to sit on. I think this is kind of the best location for it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, we could move it down the hill a little bit just to get a little more out of sight. It's entirely up to you. You know, if you didn't want to see it, just kind of when you're driving by type thing, you still probably see it tucked away down here.
Yeah.
But I think this would definitely be the better locations, and you'd be okay with it kind of next to the porch. It'd be pushed off the porch a little bit, but
Is it a huge eyesore?
it's not. I mean, I'll show you a picture of exactly what it's going to look like.
Aesthetically, I'm sure it's probably not the prettiest, but
Yeah, I mean, this isn't. So this is kind of what it looks like, right? So it's going to be like completely enclosed. See the picture there? So
yeah.
that's kind of what it looks like sitting outside the
I
house.
think it wouldn't be bad on the side.
Okay.
That won't bother me. I
Perfect.
mean, I can ask my husband, and I think that should be fine.
Yeah. We could always go over that with him too, and just make sure we're all on the same page with that. But
No, I think that sounds good.
pretty good.
So now do you just kind of go over everything? Just kind
Yeah.
of
So
look
now,
at-
we can head back inside, and we can take another, sit down, and I can build out an estimate for you, and we can kind of look at pricing and see what the payment plan prices look like as far as monthly payments and what that would be. All right, perfect. So yeah, if we take a seat down here, we can build out an estimate for you and take a look and see what we're looking at for monthly payments and everything.
Perfect.
Looks like I have your email on file, the yahoo.com.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then I have an invoicing at Eastside Property Development. Would that be your husband's
Yeah, that's
email?
him. Yep.
Okay, all right, perfect. So then, I have both your emails, so I can send it to both of you. All right. So yeah, after, so I asked you all those questions
Yep.
kind of at the beginning. That kind of gives me an idea of the sizing. And now that I confirm you do have the electric dryer, looks like you're gonna need the 22 kilowatt sizing. I know that might not mean anything to you, but basically that's gonna cover your whole home. And we can tap right in that natural gas line. That spot out there, I think, is perfect for as far as the location goes, as
Yep.
long as your husband's good with it.
Yeah. I
We
think that
can.
should be good.
It's just going to be, a little bit easier of an install. Nothing crazy as far as trenching goes and that kind of stuff.
Because it is like hilly. And
It is
kind of
hilly. Yeah. If it was like a completely flat backyard, we might be able to move it over a little
Yep.
bit or set it back a little more. But I think that's a good spot to put it. Assuming, like I said, your husband's all on the same page with that. So I do have the estimates built out here. So if you guys were gonna go on a plan, I mean, we have like, it's like a 10-year plan that we have as far as, monthly payment installments. And the way that would work is essentially you could always pay it off sooner too. You don't need to, just stretch it out if you didn't want to. You guys looking to do some payment options, or would you be like?
I think we'll probably pay it all up. Like I don't know.
Pay it all up
yeah,
front?
I think
Okay.
depending on how much.
Okay,
but-
yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
but
haven't
I'm-
gotten there yet, right? So.
Yeah. But he might think differently, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I got everything together here on my end. So I got some numbers. Is there any way we can just kind of give your husband a call and just see if he's
Yeah.
available? We can kind of go over everything together.
Yeah, that would be great.
Perfect.
Let me try. Do you mind if I put you on speakerphone?
No, that'd be perfect. I'd love that.
So this is Mark.
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. So yeah, I've kind of gone over, everything with your wife. We kind of take a look at the furnace too, but I know the generator is more your concern at the moment. We can talk about the furnace too, but I just wanted to kind of go over everything with you. So it looks like with the sizing here, you're looking at around a 22 kilowatt to cover the whole home. And we can hook that right up to the natural gas, but that would basically cover your whole house if you ever did lose power during a storm or anything like that. So you guys wouldn't miss a beat in the sense of using anything in the house. And then we were kind of looking outside as far as locations to put it. We're thinking the left side of the house, kind of closer to the gas meter. I know it's a little hilly over there, but we're thinking kind of set to the left of the deck a little bit. She didn't seem to mind it over there. I just didn't know if you had, a preference on that, if that'd be okay with you as far as that location.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, perfect. And I just,
Plan on bringing in, making the ground level right there? Where you just...
yeah, so we will have to level it out a little bit where it's gonna be, kind of like what they did with your AC condensers, how they kind of notched out a little area and leveled it off to set those. It'd kind of be the same concept with the generator.
Sounds good.
All right, and so we were just kind of, you actually called at the perfect time. We were just kind of going over the numbers and everything. I know your wife, Jenna, had mentioned that you guys might want to do, just kind of pay everything all up front at once, but you were also interested in the payment plans we offer?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's your best payment plan that you have?
So right now we have a promo going on. It's a 10-year plan, and the payment for the generator would come in at about $249 a month. And that'd be for 10 years. So, you can get away with $249 a month, where it's just kind of a monthly payment for 10 years. You could also pay it off sooner. So if you wanted to double down on your payments, you could pay it off a lot sooner with that. But if you guys wanted to, pay it all up front, you could also do that as well. With the total payment, if you want to do that, we typically require 50% up front, and then 50% when the job's completed. And the total you'd be looking at for that would be $19,750 for the total job to do the install.
Okay.
All right. So
How long does it take you guys to install something like this?
so right now we could probably get you on the schedule. I mean, if it's a pressing thing and you want us out here as soon as possible, I'm thinking we could probably get you on the schedule within the next 1 to 2 weeks. But I'd have to coordinate that with I can call them right now and get a date for you if you'd like to. If you guys wanted to do the deposit today to get on the install schedule, I can make a call real quick and figure out an exact date for you. But probably usually within a week or two, we can get you on the schedule.
No, that's fine. That's fine. You can have her sign that, and then I'll take a look at it after you just email me
Yeah, I got your email, the Eastside email, I think it is, right? Yep, I can email you there, and I'll go everything, through with her. And do you have any questions for me or anything like that?
No, I don't. I think you covered everything.
Did you guys want to pay all that, do the 50% on the generator, and are you interested in the payment plan option at all?
Yeah, no, we're not interested in the payment plan option. We would just like to go, we'll give you the 50%.
All right, perfect. And then, as far as the furnace, I know she mentioned, so, I checked the one downstairs. I don't think that's the one giving you issues. From what I understand, it's upstairs. It seems the baby room's getting a little colder.
Yes.
Okay, so with that, I did take a look upstairs at the furnace, and I looked at the ducting and everything. I couldn't really determine as to why that room is getting colder just off of what I was looking at. But I'm also not a technician either. So we could also have a technician come out and take a look at everything. But the one thing I know, this house was only built a couple years ago, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so the one thing I would want you to take a look at, just because I don't want to replace that furnace for you and end up having the same issue occur. So the one thing I was thinking is it might not be well insulated, that particular room. So that's one thing. I don't know who built the house for you or if you just kind of bought it from a builder, but that's one thing I would recommend having somebody come out just to check the insulation. I know a lot of times you guys are on TMLP out here, which I am too. They do have some promos going on as far as insulating and having them come out and take a look at everything and making sure everything's up to par with that. But we can definitely have a technician come out. I did get a price together for the furnace and for a swap out on that, just the upstairs one, because it seems like that's the one giving me the issue. That would be around $10,500 for that. If you guys want to do that up front.
And you can email the estimate over as well?
Yeah, I could definitely email that one over. And would you want me to have a tech come out? We do charge $99 for the technician to come out. And I was also talking, just while I have you, about the membership that we have, where it's basically our Total Home Care Club, and it's basically yearly maintenance on all the stuff you have in here. So it's $150 per unit. So we'd cover the 2 furnaces. We'd come out right before heating season to basically take a look and make sure those are firing on all cylinders and clean those for you. So it's basically general maintenance. We'll change the filters, and then we'll come out and we'll take a look at the AC condensers right before cooling season starts. So it's 2 visits a year for that membership, and it'd be $150 per unit. So you'd be looking at about $600 for that membership. And with that, you're also gonna get any dispatch fees waived for future service. So you won't pay that $99 dispatch fee if you guys signed up for that to have the service tech out. And you also get half off emergency services. So that's usually, as far as the dispatch fee goes, you're gonna get half off that dispatch fee. So you only pay $99 instead of $199 for any emergency services. That's after hours, on the weekends, middle of the night, anything like that. We always have techs on call for emergency services. And you'll also get discounts off of future installs. You'll get 10% or up to $500 off any future installs or service if you're, become part of our family.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that sounds like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Count us in on that.
I find 95% of my customers end up doing it. So what I'll do is I'll get you set up for the membership as well, and we can get the generator going. And then, you guys can talk about the furnace. If you want me to have a technician come out, we can definitely have him come out and take a look at the furnace and everything. But I would definitely look into the insulation as well, just to see what's going on there.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, very good. I appreciate you taking my call, Mark. You have a great rest of your day, all right?
You too.
All right, thanks. No, that's great. I'm glad I kind of hit all those things and I was able to
I feel
get
like
him
that
on the
worked out
phone.
perfect.
It did. And sometimes,
I'm glad that he picked up.
Yeah, we can get this estimate signed. Do you guys want to do the deposit by credit card for the 50%?
Yeah,
and
that'd
then
be perfect.
I can have somebody reach out to you within the next 24 hours.
Yep.
Maybe 48. We try to do it within 24 hours just to get you on the install schedule.
Yes.
And I'll let them know you're looking to get it as soon as possible. So we'll try to get you within that 1 to 2 week window. And then we can do the membership as well. So for the systems that we were looking at for the membership, so that'd be $599.98 for the year, and that would cover all 4 systems that we went over, the 2 furnaces and the 2 AC
Awesome.
condensers outside.
That
All right.
looks good.
So we can have you sign here.
Do I just press that?
Yep, and just hit accept
Awesome.
there. Perfect. And then we can do the same thing for this.
Perfect.
All right, thank you. And then, the last thing I need to just enter your credit card information here. And typically with the Total Home Care Club members, we'd like to save the credit card on file because
Yeah.
it's a yearly charge. So
Makes
you'll get
sense.
that. Yep. So that'll be like an automatic thing.
And you said somebody will call me to kind of schedule everything.
Yep, we'll get you
and-
set up. I mean, it sounds like we're gonna have a technician out, so we can probably have him kind of go through everything as far as the furnaces go, and then we'll come back out right before cooling season for the ACs.
Cool.
All right.
This is
But-
exciting.
Yep.
I'm glad that we kind of went through everything.
Likewise, yeah. No, I think it
I'm
worked out
excited
really
for
well.
a generator.
I know. You're never gonna have that anxiety again
Yeah,
when you have a
this is
storm
great.
coming and you're just not sure. Especially if you're home alone, it can get scary. So
Definitely.
I'm glad we solved that issue for you. But
Thank you for your time and explaining things.
no
and
problem. Thank you
appreciate
for
it.
choosing RCL, and
Yes.
we appreciate having us out here today. So that's kind of what you're looking at there.
Yep.
So these are the 2 we're going to move forward with now. I'll email you the one for the furnace, and then we'll kind of figure
Kind of
that
take
out
it from there.
depending on what the exact issue is, and we could always get that technician out as well. I got everything I need here. Let me just kind of go back to the office. I'll get this on the installer's schedule as far as he'll review everything, and then they'll reach out with an install date.
Sounds great.
All right. So again, I appreciate you. It was
Yeah.
very nice meeting you,
No,
Jenna.
of course.
Thank you so much. We do appreciate
nice
your
to-
business.
thank
and
you for coming
again,
out.
any questions, you got all my contact info, so just give
Yeah,
me a
that's-
call.
that's awesome.
And you can pass that right along to your husband too.
Cool.
So I'm sure he'll probably be the one that's calling me.
Awesome. Well, thank you again. Appreciate it, really.
Yeah, it was very nice meeting you,
Nice
and
to
thank
meet
you
you.
again. And you have a great rest of your day, all right?
You too.
All right, thank you.
Enjoy the sunshine.
Take care of that little one. I know I will. It's starting to warm up a little bit.